everybody, welcome to the channel. Can you believe it? 10,000 miles on the Kawasaki Versys. Wow. Of it. I like the black and white. I like a lot of vehicles in black and white, so it kind of fit my personality. I call it Orca. Looks like a big killer whale. They have made a bigger front end on it. Fairing's bigger, that sort of thing. But boy, the amenities they've added to it is fantastic. The performance has still got the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 motor in it. 118 horsepower, 75 foot-pounds of torque. It's not going to rip your arms off, but it's got plenty of speed to do whatever we need to do, two up and by myself. Riding around here in Arkansas, I've had no complaints. It's not a KTM GT, it's not a BMW XR, but again, a little cheaper, but it's got all the amenities that those machines have. Suspension-wise, it's worth the $5,000. The Kawasaki electronic suspension is unbelievable, and I have to say, I was very happy when we both got on it and put on some miles. We've done a couple large trips, one to Colorado. I've done one to Deals Gap in Kentucky and Tennessee. And boy, the suspension is just, it's worth the price tag. Two up, it's amazing. It's all on the fly. You can adjust it, one person, two people, with luggage, without luggage. It's just fantastic. It also has Kawasaki's electronic cornering system. So it judges your pitch and your lean angle and your speed and all that sort of thing, so it really bails you out. All of these things kind of equal one thing, and I've heard this on a lot of reviews. It's a very easy machine to ride. I have to say, I don't think I've ever enjoyed riding a motorcycle as much as this. And it's not just because of the suspension or because of the power or that sort of thing. It's the overall package is fantastic. The suspension, though, is worth the price of admission. The brakes are very good. Will stop you, do everything you needed to do. The rear's a little soft, but again, it's nothing that I'd be real upset about. But the brakes have been fantastic and no issues, and it's done, on the Dragon and up there, riding around those real technical twisty roads. Never had any problems. They never faded, and we were clipping along pretty good. So no complaints at all with the brakes. Comfort of this machine is probably one of its highlights. So I'm a tall guy, 6'2", 250 pounds, 33.5 inch seat height. So it's tall. I've actually got an air hawk on it, which adds maybe almost another inch. So I love having it. It's like riding around on a couch. You feel very much in control. The bars are spread out. You can ride this thing quickly with not a lot of input. It's also great on my legs. I don't have any problem on my legs. I can stand flat-footed on it, so it's no problem. If you are below 5'10" or so, it could be a little bit of a challenge because the seat's a little wide. The reason it's so wide is it's very comfortable, right? So it's a touring seat, and Jamie will be out here in a little bit to talk about her pillion seat, but the seat's wider. The rest of the comfort, look, handguards, heated grips, cruise control, the windscreen. So I laugh because I hear people talk about, oh, it doesn't have electronic windscreen. I had electronic windscreen on my C14 Concourse, and I might have used it 10 times out of the 5 years I had the bike, so it's not a big deal to me. But some people, they seem to have an issue with it, but I don't have a problem with it. Just added the new tinted V-Stream windshield today, in fact. So I do like the black color with that. But back to the comfort. Very comfortable. It's great. You can adjust the suspension. I've done a 750 mile day. No problem in the seat. Seat doesn't hurt my butt, which is good. And Jamie loves it. So for the touring aspect of it, so look, we do sport touring, but I have to admit that for longer days, this has been really, really nice. 5.5 gallon tank. I'm getting about 44 miles to the gallon. It just does. It does everything good when it comes to touring. Look, it's not a light bike. It's 566 pounds. But again, compared to the C14, it is a lighter bike. And So I just I have to say that touring on this Versys has probably been the best of any bike I've ever had. One of the cool things about this bike is the TFT screen. It's beautiful. It came off the H2 SX. It's very, very good looking. It's easy to adjust. The tack is still a regular tack, which I love. So it's, I have to say the instrument panel is very, very nice. I'll show you, I will put in the video, at the end of the video, there will be some specs and things like that so you can see all of that. I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts. So again, I love this machine. It's got 10,400 miles on it. I have changed, so the OEM tires were horrible. I changed those out within the first 1,000 miles. I put Michelin PR4s and now it's got PR5s on it. They've done great. The front tire's got almost 9,000 miles on it, and I'll have to replace it in the next couple of thousand miles. Rear tire got about 7,000, which is pretty good, not too bad for 80% two up, so I have no complaints about that. The one thing I do love about the Versys is the bags, the trunk. There's enough room on here to carry anything and everything you want. It'll take all our heated gear. It's a touring machine, and it's really designed to do that with, and then throw in the sport part of it, and it's fantastic. I have to say, Jamie and I are not disappointed at all. So again, as I said before, the comfort of this machine is unbelievable, and one of the reasons we decided to go with the Versys again is Jamie was very, very comfortable with the 2015, and so that was one thing. We spend about 85% of our time riding two up together. So I went in, grabbed Jamie, because I thought I'd get some of her perspective on the Versys 1000 SE LT Plus seat. So Jamie, is it comfortable?
It honestly is the most comfortable seat that I've been on. I thought the 15 Versys was comfortable, and I don't know if they've changed anything about it, but this one is actually even more comfortable. So, you know, we've been on other bikes and they've had lips on the back that cut into the tailbone, or they hit under your legs wrong, and this time they've got it right. But with this bike, my legs are pretty much at a 90-degree angle. I never have any issues of my legs falling asleep or becoming numb. So it really is the most comfortable bike I've been on.
So we've done a couple 500-mile days on it, and again, that's a long day for a pillion, and she hasn't had too many complaints.
No, usually the heat is the worst part. So
the heat sucks for anything, right? The bags are good. They're not in her way. She can lean up against the top case. It's good for her to do that. She can move. The nice thing I like about it is the rear seat is actually pretty wide and deep, so she can move around on it a little bit, and she's not right up on top of me, which is kind of nice too. And
no disco dancing back there, but he knows that when I start wiggling around, it's time maybe for a break. But for the most part, this seat is really, really comfortable.
So again, folks, 10,000 miles on the Versys. It's been a great 10,000 miles. We're hoping for another 60,000 because we're going to keep this for a little while. But I just wanted to give you our thoughts on the bike. It's been fantastic. We love the big Versys, and Jamie's happy. I'm happy. So that's what makes it all good, right?
Yep.
So
Until
next time, everybody, ride safe, stay healthy. We're all fighting the virus together. So we're in our garage. That's why we're not riding and doing this out someplace else. But again, just stay safe, everybody. Can't wait to see you out on the roads, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.